The church scandal that rocked an entire community. Part 1. The Perfect Church and the Whispers of Doubt. The story opens in the quiet town of Maplewood, a place where faith was more than religion. It was the lifeline of the community. At the center of it stood St. Matthew's Church, a grand old building with stained glass windows that glimmered every Sunday morning when the sun hit them. Just right. Leading it all was Pastor Richard Lawson. To many, he was more than a spiritual guide. He was a role model, a counselor, even a father figure. Charismatic, well-spoken, and always dressed in a neatly pressed suit. Pastor Lawson seemed to embody goodness itself. Families trusted him with their deepest struggles. Children admired him, and local leaders praised his influence. Every Sunday, pews were filled to capacity. People said the church felt alive, as though miracles could truly happen there. The Lawson family lived modestly in a parsonage nearby, and to the public eye, they were the perfect picture of a devout family. But beneath the surface of Maplewood's harmony, whispers began. Small things at first. Rumors that Pastor Lawson was meeting privately with certain members more often than seemed normal. Some church funds were unaccounted for, though nobody dared question the man everyone looked up to. A few dismissed it as gossip. Others thought it was a test of faith. The first true crack came when Emily Carter, a lifelong member of St. Matthew's, noticed strange changes in her teenage daughter, Claire. Once bubbly and full of energy, Claire became withdrawn. She avoided church, refused to sing in the choir, and when asked why, she would only shake her head and mumble, "I don't trust him anymore." Emily tried to press further, but Claire stayed silent. And then one night, Claire broke down in tears. She told her mother something that would forever shatter their world. And the entire community's faith in the church they thought they knew. The first true crack came when Emily Carter, a lifelong member of St. Matthew's, noticed strange changes in her teenage daughter, Claire. Once bubbly and full of energy, Claire became withdrawn. She avoided church, refused to sing in the choir, and when asked why, she would only shake her head and mumble, "I don't trust him anymore." Emily tried to press further, but Claire stayed silent. And then one night, Claire broke down in tears. She told her mother something that would forever shatter their world. And the entire community's faith in the church they thought they knew. Tell us where you are watching us from. Part 2 coming soon. The church scandal that rocked an entire community. Part 2. The shocking revelations and the fallout. Emily finally decided she could not stay silent. She confided in two close friends, both longtime churchgoers. What she revealed about Pastor Lawson's alleged misconduct left them in disbelief. Could the man, who preached kindness and morality every Sunday, really be capable of such betrayal? The friends urged Emily to take it to the church council. But when she did, something unexpected happened. The council members hesitated. Some dismissed it outright, calling it slander against a man of God. Others begged for more evidence. Meanwhile, financial inconsistencies in the church's accounts grew harder to ignore. Thousands of dollars in donations had simply disappeared. A local reporter, Daniel Moore, caught wind of the rumors and began his own investigation. Soon, he uncovered patterns of secret late-night meetings, suspicious travel expenses, and testimonies from others who had quietly left the church years ago without explanation. The scandal broke wide open when Daniel's story hit the front page of the county newspaper. Beloved pastor under investigation for financial fraud and misconduct. Maplewood was thrown into chaos. Half the town stood firmly behind Pastor Lawson, calling the accusations lies and media exaggerations. The other half began questioning everything they had ever believed about their church. Families divided. Friendships ended. Attendance at St. Matthew's plummeted, and angry confrontations broke out in the parking lot after services. Tell us where you are watching us from. Then came the police investigation. Search warrants revealed troubling evidence, hidden bank accounts, unexplained transfers, and even confidential counseling records that suggested inappropriate behavior with vulnerable members of the congregation. The community's beloved pastor was arrested in front of stunned parishioners one Sunday morning. The sight of him being led out in handcuffs was burned into everyone's memory. But the trial that followed revealed even darker truths. Witnesses came forward, young women, broken families, even former staff members, each telling stories of manipulation, betrayal, and exploitation. The man who had once been Maplewood's spiritual anchor was now its greatest source of shame. Part 3 coming soon. The church scandal that rocked an entire community. Part 3. Aftermath, division, and the lessons left behind. The trial dragged on for months. Every new testimony reopened wounds. The defense painted Lawson as a victim of lies and jealousy, while prosecutors presented him as a predator who had used faith as a weapon. In the end, the jury delivered its verdict: guilty on multiple counts of fraud, misconduct, and abuse of authority. Pastor Lawson was sentenced to 25 years in prison. But while the legal battle ended, Maplewood's healing had only just begun. St. Matthew's Church was left in ruins. Attendance dropped by nearly 70%. Some members never set foot in a church again. Others sought new places of worship, desperate to separate their faith from the man who had betrayed it. Families who had once gathered joyfully at church, potlucks now avoided each other in grocery stores. Children who had grown up in Lawson's sermons felt lost, their childhood memories stained by betrayal. Emily and her daughter Claire eventually moved away, unable to bear the stares and whispers. Though they were the ones who spoke the truth, many treated them like outsiders who had brought shame to Maplewood. Years later, the scandal is still remembered. The church building stands, but the spirit it once held has never truly returned. The town learned a harsh lesson. Evil can wear the mask of good, and trust without accountability can destroy even the strongest. Community. The story of Maplewood is a warning that sometimes the biggest scandals don't come from the outside world, but from within the very places meant to protect and guide us. And so, the town that once prided itself on its faith will forever carry the memory of the scandal that shook its soul. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos.